viewers, and this is The Awakening, brought to you by the Ransom of the Lord Ministries International Corporation. And here with me, I have several guests that have been working with us from our first session through our third session, which is our last session. In our previous session, we were talking about the do's and don'ts in teenage pregnancies, the do's and don'ts for the society, family, and friends. And in this session, we are going to go through the experience of our invited guest, Faith, as she takes us through what it was like to be a teenage mom, the struggles she went through, her experiences, if she faced rejection or not. And I welcome you to journey with us. Faith, you are welcome. Take us through your experience. What was it like when you first learned that you were pregnant?
Funny enough, okay, my story is kind of funny because I was the one who wanted to get pregnant.
Okay.
It was intentionally. You see. So, it was easier for me even to tell my mom, because I told her even before I got pregnant, Mom, me, I want a baby. And she was like, are you crazy? And I was like, no, that's what I want, to see. So, for me, it was actually easier for me to tell her about it.
Wow, that's quite a different experience from the experiences we've had. She says she wanted it herself. So, how does it feel to be a teen mom?
Honestly, it's fun. For me, it's amazing because it's something that I wanted. Okay, after I cleared high school, I went to college. I did my course and I got a job. And a few months later is when I got pregnant. Yeah, and here I am. For me, the journey has been quite easier because I've got support from everyone, my mom, the baby daddy, everyone. Yeah. Although, in the process, I lost some friends, but it's normal, it happens. Yeah.
So any struggles you went through? Rejection, suffering from shame, anxiety, fear?
Not really. Maybe losing friends only.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone around you was so supportive?
Yeah, they were.
So are you facing any struggles being a teen mom? Or can you say that teen parenting is hard?
Okay, it's quite hard, yes, but as I said earlier, once you've accepted yourself, it's much easier because it will be easier for you to handle everything. Yeah.
So do you have any regrets?
Honestly, I don't.
Any advice you'd give to teen moms or anyone planning to get pregnant?
Okay, I'll tell them that parenting, it's fun and hectic at the same time. It's not an easy thing because it will take a lot of your time, and also it's quite challenging if you don't have support from friends or relatives and everyone. It's not an easy thing at the same time. But if you're there and you're already pregnant, you should not allow it to hold you back. Like, it should actually, as he had said earlier, it should motivate you even more and make you even more wiser. Because you have that kid, he depends on you. You have to try and work hard in order to give him a good life, you see? Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much for that. And I would like to get back to our panel members so that they could tell us what they feel about Faith's story and what they'd advocate for and not advocate for. Benjamin, please.
So the story of Faith is different. It's like crossing River Tana on a rope. If you use her, you mislead all the young people in this country. I appreciate our choices, personal, because once you're an adult, you choose what you want in life. But I want to ask young people, once you realize you are left school, your first goal should be to actualize your potentials, to do the mission God brought you here for. Parenting will be part of it in later in life, but there's a time and a season for every matter under the sun. Genesis chapter 8. Don't just think of getting a baby because you want. What about the baby? What will they find? What will they be born to? What kind of life will they grow? What kind of do you have what it takes to make the child quality of life? Listen, the reason we recycle poverty in that world, and I keep screaming this. The reason we recycle poverty in that world countries, we value the wrong things. In the West, kids are dreaming of driving a car fast, owning a house, owning a plot. I mean, having some job. Guys, Can we change our dreams? I have a club on Facebook called Progressive Pre-25s. And I have a 21-year-old who makes me suits. There's one I showed up with, and guys like this Chinese collar. 21-year-old running a shop in Kimathi Street. And she contacted me and said, I want to make you a complimentary suit. You have changed me so much. And he said, if you make me one, I'll buy another and another. If I like your work, I'll promote. And I posted, and now she has a lot of business because I told guys, can we emulate this 21-year-old? Let us do this. Listen to me, guys. You cannot come from parents who are struggling to place food on the table. Then you bring them a third burden. What's wrong with you? You're supposed, first of all, ujile. This is supposed to be basics, but we need to preach it. If you have twisted values that make you to put the cart in front of the horse, come we exorcise the demon out of you.
Ooh, okay.
We are going to borrow anointing oil ikiwa kwa mutungi. I have seen in my family background, part of the problem we had there, kids are born by mothers who struggled. Then they breed kids into a single mother environment again. And they struggle again. I'm one of the people who was born in a ditch, a poverty. I call poverty a ditch. It's like your other kids are being born on sea level. They're trying to fly. In Kilelesho, in Muthaiga, in Wapi, they're being born at least with the school fees and with the basics. Some of us are born with the negatives. You start life with the loans, help loan. You start with having to educate your own siblings. So we are negative 200 meters. So after working so hard to reach zero, those who are born at zero are already flying. So if your plane is having to take off from a valley, realize others are taking off. This world is competitive, guys. Let us adjust our values to value actualizing our potential. The devil uses ill-timed pregnancy to tie you in a cycle of poverty for many years. I want to encourage Faith to continue, but I treat everything she says is that from her, because she's still 22, she's still young. She'll still grow, and I'm happy she's taking it positively. And she has told me she has started a group for young moms. I told her that's part of their purpose in life. Tell them, share, encourage each other so that they don't throw children away. They don't, neglect them or feel ashamed. But those of you who are not yet there, you should not imagine it is glamorous. I must warn you. There's something bigger to aspire to. I want you guys to aim at. Let us change the narrative. Today, the client I had one guy who motivated. He's 32 and he's driving Range Rover from his own work. Okay. Mm-hmm. Some of us don't own anything except school ID. And you have the courage to say, I feel like I want to start dating now. I think I'm ready. Look, the guy who's impregnating you, his socks has headlights. He has recycled the innerwear. He is sleeping in the same room on the floor with the 7 other boys. Oh my God. Oh my God. Akitoa kiatu akiingia kwako hadi mosquito wanatoka. Guys, this is confusion. Let me finish this. The biggest thing Pastor will tell you, Pastor has seen many people. When you're in leader in church, you see a lot of people. The biggest problem of poverty is unalelewa kwa chupa. You don't see better world. All your values come from sickness and poverty and dysfunction. You begin to like things that are not even advancing you, taking you anywhere. Poverty becomes normal. I tell people the biggest problem is not lack of money, it's lack of exposure. We don't dream, we don't reach further. Zuckerberg discovered Facebook while in university. What are we doing in university? Drinking, rave, Friday, rave. And I said, those who pre-25s will tell me that nonsense. I will call you straight to your face. You're too stupid. I can't stand you. I'm busy with those who are building something. Okay. And I want to say, I have nothing in common with idlers in life. I'm trying to call pastor or pray for me. I'm trying to save only 20% of Kenyan youth. Just 20%. 20 only. 2 out of 10. To wake up and pursue their dreams. We are given the same potentials like Zuckerberg. That guy dropped out of school because his career took off. But we keep saying, even Zuckerberg did not finish school. Even Bill Gates. They did not drop out. They shot up. There's a difference. Some people stop schooling because they shot up. I want to ask you guys, let us shoot up. Aim at getting a car first before a baby. Get the contract before you get into. Don't live with a man in this world before you get married. And don't marry before you get some money in your own pocket. Okay. Get some business going. Get some life going. Then we'll come. Thank you. Wow.
Benjamin is always stepping on us. Anashinda ametukanyaga, viatu ndio hizo vidole zinauma lakini We thank God for you, Benjamin. Thank you for throwing shoes at us, at least. Unajua ni vizuri kukemewa. Saa zingine, ukikaa na mzazi anakubembeleza sana, you need someone like Benjamin to beat you up. Anakuinua, anakuboost mara hiyo. Thank you so much, Benjamin, for stepping on our feet. Mine was stepped on personally, and I thank you. With all humility, thank you so much. Pastor Ken, what do you have to say about?
Yeah, let me just reiterate what Benjamin has said. That by all fairness, she is unique. Her story is very unique because it is not a normal location. But again, I thank God for her mother, because the mother was very supportive. But let me say this, as a person, as a ministry, we advocate for abstinence among young people. Because abstinence is a sure bet of you not, getting pregnant as a youth, as a teenager. And the world in itself, provides you several options, because they say abstinence is very difficult. So the world will tell you, use a condom. The world will tell you, ukitaka kuzuia ball, go get P2, for example. But there are consequences at the end of the day. A condom can burst, and you can be exposed to, serious STIs like HIV, herpes. You can be exposed to, HPV. You can be exposed to chlamydia. You can be exposed to trichomoniasis, very serious infections. Understand? And P2 that you think is going to help you not to get pregnant has serious consequences. In fact, many young people do not realize that P2 is an emergency pill. Ideally, it is supposed to be used by married women who, for example, ameona anaenda kupata mimba when they are not ready. So they use it as an emergency pill. It is an emergency pill. And emergency pills are very, very high dosages of active ingredients. So when you use it as a normal ordinary pill, like the young ladies do, anytime anaenda akisha mess anameza P2, in a week anameza P2 mara 3. Let me tell you, you will be shocked in the future when you become infertile, because that's what P2s, when you use pills regularly as a normal ordinary pill, it will lead to infertility. So I just want to advocate about abstinence, because I'm certain that is the only sure bet. That is the only sure bet. And when you think you cannot manage yourself, me, I will not tell you use a condom. I will not tell you go use P2, because as a pastor I have a role to tell the young people abstain, because that is the only sure bet. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pastor Ken, for those wise words. We've been told to abstain, tafadhali. Matini, mmetusikia? Abstain, tafadhali. No use of P2, no use of all those protection things, they'll affect you. So abstain. Dinda, you're welcome.
It has been an influx of a lot of knowledge. I have learned also myself. I have learned so much. I got my firstborn when I was 21 years. I was in second year, first semester. And it was fire. When we started, there was a point that was said, some of these things God allows you to conceive for a reason. I think God just put for me a stop. I think I was heading somewhere bad. And it was not easy, because 21, you don't have a job, you don't have a plan, you don't have a vision, you don't have a house, you have never raised a baby because I am a firstborn. Now you start becoming a burden to other people. Then you want people to be supportive, because maybe you have heard here, oh, your parents are supposed to be supportive, church, whatever. But you see, you're also interfering in the budget of your parents. You're interfering in the budget of other people, because you'll start asking your sister to take care of your child. Or you're not supposed, my schoolwork got confused because you have to call off, you have to do this. You're in school, your mother is telling you your child is sick, you have not paid NHIF. Then kuna honga na NHIF. You're still paying the 160, the government raises it to 500. You still have to pay because you cannot stop. That is your child. That is your responsibility. So If you've not had anything, or if you forget everything else, remember to abstain. You're not yet a parent. Like you're being told, if you don't have your own business, if you have not fulfilled your dreams, if you have not become a full person, don't bring another person to your childness. Become a full person first, then now you can bring another child. I think that is what I have learned, and I've finished.
She has finished. Wow. It was such an amazing time. Personally, as Esther, I've learned so much from these amazing people. I mean, it's just beautiful to have people encourage you at this young age. You should thank God that amepeana hii opportunity bana. Kuna wengine huko nje, they can never have a platform like this to learn from. Sindio? But we are here, we thank God. Hallelujah. I'd like to pick some comments or reactions from the audience, please. Anyone with anything to say? Probably a question or something. Hey jameni, hamwezi kosa kitu ya kusema. Ai, hata kuambia wageni asante kwa kuja jameni. Please, tafadhali. You can see the microphone passing by. It seems like there's someone with something.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. I'm Ruth. I've been told to stand because I'm short, maybe. Oh. Okay, I'm Ruth Aluch. I have a question. This one goes to Mr. Benjamin. How do we minimize teenage pregnancies to ensure that the girl child reaches her full potential? Because most of the times, it's the girl who faces all the challenges that pertains to the teenage pregnancies. The boy is not usually there. Like me, I'm not a teen, I'm a youth, but let me just give an example. I have younger sisters. For example, maybe one of them gets pregnant and the boy runs away. Everything is left for the girl. Every responsibility is for the girl and the parents. So as a society, as a church, what should we do to ensure that we minimize the number of teenage pregnancies in Kenya? Thank you.
Guys, we are out of time. Our launch signs in 2 seconds. We have curfew to beat, and some of us are going far. I want to tell you that we cannot educate the whole public. We will try as institutions, but your own sisters, your own girls, your own daughters, educate them. Educate your own sons. So it's easier to cover your own feet with slippers than trying to carpet the whole world. So let's not try to carpet the world. Educate the ones who are under your feet and teach them how to avoid these mistakes.
Thank you so much. Anything else someone has to say? Clearly there is nothing. I'd like to thank all our panel members for being here and for the much that you've taught us. That was so heavy and so powerful and so heated up, and we thank God. Thank you so much, Mr. Benjamin, for being here with us. We thank you and we love you, and we are here to support you and the work that you have for the people of Kenya, for the world. Thank you so much, Pastor Ken, for being here with us. Thank you so much, Gloria, for being with us. Thank you, Faith, for sharing your experience with us. And we thank you all, our viewers, for being with us, for journeying with us from our first session till now. We are so grateful to you for the support that you've shown us. If you have something to say or something you need addressed, please be sure to comment below on our YouTube channel, and we will put our links. Thank you so much.